Like most days at practice, Tanaka was asking Kyoko to marry him. Usual answer was a no. However, one day it was different. Tuesday. Bro, I don't think she'll accept your proposal till you actually date. Well, duh. Once we start to officially date, I'll ask her if she wants to marry me. I'm not dumb, you know. I'm silent. Saying nothing. Wow. I feel the love. Tanaka. Kyoko shouted his name from across the corridor and he turned around. Kyoko? Kivoko began to run towards him, but a crowd of people suddenly formed. I forget how beautiful she gets every day, Nishi. How can you forget one's beauty? Kyoko deserves to be worshipped. Well, exactly. But today, amongst this crowd of people, she looks more beautiful. I'm telling you, she'll be my wife one day. Good luck, bro. I'll go get ready. Want me to take your things too? Yeah, sure, if you don't mind. Tanaka. She shouted again and Tanaka quickly gave his things to Noya and ran towards Kyoko. Okay, leave me with your shit, it's fine, manwhore. Kyoko? Are you okay? Are you hurt? She just smiled and hugged him. Huh? Kyoko-san, are you feeling okay? Should I take you to the nurse? No thank you. However, I do need to talk to you tomorrow after practice. I can't wait a whole day. I won't do my work. When do you ever? I won't sleep all night. Accurate. Fine. After practice. Doable. Wait for me after practice? As always. Now. Last to the gym smells of garlic. With that she began to run at full speed, somehow dodging people on the way. You bitch. He ran after her and tried to get to the gym before her using a shortcut. The shortcut of which was the longer route. This dumb whore. 5 minutes later. You won. You think? During that time I spoke to Daichi, Asahi, Suga, Takeda, and Yukai. Fucking hell. Check you out being social. Rare, I know. But what I need to say to you after practice is important. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Perfect. Can't wait. In we go. You're being weird. Always will be, darling. Sure. Kyoko opened the gym's doors and let Tanaka in first. Not long after he entered, Kyoko took a deep breath and entered herself. Noya ran over to her and spoke to her. Listen. In the politest way possible. I know your plan after practice. Just to let you know, he will be upset. However, ease it onto him, then go to the go at around 8:30. He'll say something. She sighs and smiles. Thank you, Noya, but I know what I'm doing, sugar. She ruffled his hair and walked off. Kyoko. Nishi. We are about to start. Coming. Okay. I'll be there in a second. Alrighty. Kyoko walked out of the gym and towards the club room. Huh? Where is Kyoko going? Dunno. Let's play volleyball. But. Tanaka. Volleyball practice is starting. Come on. Tanaka was left dumbfounded. He wanted to know where Kyoko went and if she was okay. He was worried about her the whole practice. She kept running in and out of the gym for the full 90 minutes. Tanaka was getting fed up of seeing Kyoko run in and out of the gym. Kyoko. Why are you so stressed? You are basically running miles. Kyoko looked at the clock. Just in time. Daichi. Time? Perfect. Right on. Daichi clapped his hands 3 times and announced that practice was done for the day. Everyone smiled and went to the club room. Minus Kyoko. And Tanaka. Tanaka. Hello. Hiya. I need to tell you something. Are you okay? Yeah. Peachy perfect. Okay. Club room. How do you think Tanaka will react? I don't know. I think he'll be pretty upset. He wanted to do it. Well, yeah, but it's happening though. He should at least be happy. This is Tanaka we are talking about. Who knows how he'll react? Well, however he reacts, we must all be supportive. Well, obviously, basic human decency. Besides, he'll tell the GC what happened. Yeah, but Tanaka is a private person, though, isn't he? Good point. Whatever happens between the two will be kept secret until at least a month from now or something. The two are polar opposites. He has a point, you know. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. Boys? Are you decent? 1 second, Kyoko. Daichi quickly pulled his shirt over his shoulders and buttoned it down. He went over to the door and opened it to see a tearful Kyoko. Oh, Kyoko. She hugged Daichi tight and cried. Nova looked towards her with a concerned look painted across his face. Kyoko looked up and saw him. She smiled, winked and said thank you. Nishinoya smiled and tied up knowing what had happened. In the PH Colors GC. Monday. 8:30 p.m. Hey howdy hey. Today is a good day. I love today. Hey. How so Tanaka? Just because. Today is a good day and it should be passed on to everyone. Please never change. Huh? Why? You're always so positive even when bad things has happened to you. What bad thing has happened to Tanaka? Hey. Do you first years not know what happened? If I knew what had happened I wouldn't have asked Dumbus. Calm yourself Fluff ball. Shut the fuck up. Well, Kyoko came crying to us before and I'm guessing Tanaka rejected her. Huh? Why would I? Honestly Tanaka, reject someone as perfect and beautiful as Kyoko. And no, I didn't reject her. I'm happy with my girlfriend you know. Oh my god. You said yeah? Of course he did. Smiley Kyoko. Oh my god. Congratulations. Ahahahaha I'm so happy for you both. Thank you. Smiley boy. Pause. You two weren't dating before just now? That's what I thought too. We are learning more at volleyball than actual school. Well yeah. Can I just say, before I go offline. Noya you are such a prick. Tanaka having none of his shenanigans. Wow. Love you too bro. Baffled Noya. Time skip. Graduation. The third years are about to graduate and Tanaka is there to support his girlfriend. Tanaka. Yeah? Close your eyes. Okay. Why? He closed his eyes and put his hands there. I want you to see my outfit and be honest. Okay. Kyoko walked into the front room. She was wearing a light blue skin tight dress, black tights, light blue heels, and a full face of makeup. Her hair was in a ponytail and some was left down. It was curled and had glitter sprayed in it. She had her grandmother's wedding accessory in her hair. You can look now darling. Tanaka slowly opened his eyes and saw pure beauty in front of him. He smiled and walked towards Kyoko. Do you like it? I love it baby. You look stunning. He brushed her hair out of her eaves and looked at her lovingly. However I recommend taking some spare shoes with you. You will end up breaking your ankles if you wear those all day. I know. I have it covered. I didn't know I was the boyfriend of an utter angel. He went closer to her for a kiss but stopped. Wait. Can I kiss you? Kyoko smiled at how much her partner cared for consent. Of course you can darling. You don't need to ask me hun. I always will. Even on our wedding day. Kyoko smiled more and kissed her boyfriend. I bet I'll propose to you first. Oh yeah? You're on. It was time for graduation and Kyoko held on to Tanaka's hand for the full night. Baby girl, I'm not going anywhere you know. I know, I'll treasure these moments forever. And if I ever wake up one day and I don't see you, I don't know what I'll do. Tanaka sighed and smiled. Kyoko, there will never be a day where we aren't together. We'll be by each other's side till death do us part. I promise. Kyoko smiled and hugged Tanaka. You're perfect. The two smiled and danced together the rest of the night. Time skip. Moving in together and the announcement. Like any other day, the two was deeply in love with one another. Now, the two were still young and was ready to move out by now. Kyoko comes from a wealthy family and asked if she could have helped to buy a house. Kyoko's father happily agreed. He loved seeing his baby girl so happy and determined with a project. Ever since she has told her dad that Tanaka was her boyfriend, he was over the moon. He found a 3-bedroom house and said he would help to pay the rent any time she needed it. Kyoko went round to Tanaka's house and knocked on the door 3 times. Seiko unlocked and opened the door. Oh. Kyoko. Perfect timing. Ryu was about to call you to come over. I guess I am always on time for something. Suppose so. You know where his room is don't you? Yes I do. Thank you Seiko. Anytime. Kyoko walked to Tanaka's room and knocked on the door. 1 second Seiko. I'll be out in a sec. Just doing something for Kyoko. This Dumbus is always doing something for me. After a couple of seconds the door opened and Tanaka was shocked. Kyoko. He smiled brightly and hugged her slightly. How long have you been here? Not long, but long enough to know you was doing something for me. Oh. Yeah. But it can wait for a special night. Are you sure? Yeah. Now then, what are you doing here? Well, Dad found a house and I love it. He said he'll help to pay the rent whenever we need it. Wait. For real? Yeah. He found it, bought it, and he's helping load the furniture in for when we are ready to move in. Baby girl, that's amazing. Tanaka hugged her and kissed her cheek. Can we go see it? Sure. But first wear this. She handed him a blindfold. Oh come on. Baby, trust me. Seiko is driving us there. Oh Jesus. Put on all available seatbelts and make sure you're safe. Even put mine on. I'm not risking you getting hurt. Ryu, I'll be fine baby. I've told her to drive carefully because of something. Huh? Come on. Kyoko put the blindfold over Tanaka and poked him both eyes. You bitch. At least I know you can't see me. You're so mean to me, and for what reason? Love you. She kissed Tanaka on the lips. She grabbed his hand and guided him towards Seiko's car. You feeling okay buddy? I feel lost. Perfect. You ready back there lovebirds? As ready as I'll ever be. You sound nervous. I am a little bit. Why? You'll see when we get there. Does Seiko know why you sound nervous? Yes I do. That's just picking favorites. No, it's called being a good girlfriend. Whatever. Tanaka tried to put his seatbelt on and failed miserably. Need help there? Yeah please. Kyoko smiled and helped Tanaka with his seatbelt. Tanaka then felt around where Kyoko was sitting to make sure she had hers on. Kyoko found it funny and then went silent when he touched a certain area. Are these your boobs? Yes they are. He squeezed them and then let go. Sorry. I need one final support squeezed before I possibly die in this car. You'll be fine. Elver made sure that Seiko will drive slowly. She's 24, she knows what she's doing. Fine. I'm putting all my trust in you. Seiko began to drive towards the house and was being extra careful. After a few minutes they were at the new house. Kyoko got out of the car and went round to help Ryu out. She guided him towards the white fence and slowly took off the blindfold. You ready? As ready as I'll ever be. He smiled and looked at the view in front of him when the blindfold was off of his face. Whoa. It's beautiful. It's everything we've ever dreamed of too. I know. It's perfect. And there is another surprise inside. Want me to show you where our room is? Of course. Come on. She held his hand and slowly showed him around the house. Until they went to the final room, which was theirs. Before we go in, anything you would like to say? I have a question. Go for it. Why is there 3 rooms? One is a spare room if anyone wants to stay. And another will be the baby room for when we have our baby. Or, you're so thoughtful. Always have been. Now, hands over your eyes. This again. Fine. He put his hands over his eyes and followed what Kyoko was telling him to do. Stop moving. Now. Here. Are you sure? Yeah. You can move your hands now. Please don't tell me something will jump out at me. Nothing will. Trust me. Ryu slowly moved his hands and saw a room filled of balloons and a message on their bed. Huh? Welcome home. His eyes widened and he looked at Kyoko excitedly. No you're not. Yet. Oh my goodness baby girl. He smiled and ran over to the love of life. He hugged her, kissed her and picked her up gently. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I could have helped you more. I wanted to wait till we moved into a house. Kyoko, baby girl. I still would have helped and supported you no matter what. He pressed his forehead on Kyoko's and kissed her nose. When are you due? February next year darling. On the 9th. That's so soon. He kissed her nose again. Do I have permission to go down? Baby, how many times? You don't need to ask for permission. Always will baby girl. But is that a yes? Of course it is. Tanaka smiles, kissed Kyoko on the lips and goes towards Kyoko's stomach. He lifts up her shirt and plants kisses on her stomach. Kyoko starts to laugh, making Ryu smile. Ryu, it tickles. Stop it. Never. He smiles more and gives more kisses to Kyoko's tummy. Kyoko sat down on their bed and just let Tanaka do what he wanted. You having fun? I will be having fun for the rest of my life. Especially when this little rascal comes along. He smiled and caressed Kyoko's stomach. You already have a bump. Yeah. Of course I do. I'm 5 months you know. 5 months? You know the gender? 2 baby boys. Twins. Yeah. Baby boys. Or. That's cute. Mini me's. Mini yous. I love you so much. He laid her down slowly and laid down beside her. He then began to slowly kiss her. You'll do great. If you need help you tell me immediately, okay? Of course. Time skip. The birth of the twins. Are you feeling okay, baby? Do you need anything at all? Water, sugar? Baby boy, I'm fine. I've had the epidural. I'm perfectly fine. Come here. Tanaka went closer to his girlfriend and sat down beside her. Do you want to have one last feel of the twins inside my stomach while they are still there? Will it not disturb them? Oh well. If it does, let's hope it's a fast birth. I'm just ready to see my baby boys. I'm too impatient for birth. Aren't we all? But you'll do amazing. I'll look after them while you sleep. Anything the doctors tell me I'll tell you. I promise. Kyoko smiled. Who let her have a man as nice as Ryu? She held his hand, and as she did, it was followed by a lot of pain. She hissed and held Tanaka's hand tightly. She blows out and panics a bit. Okay. I think I need the doctor. Ryu, baby boy. Can you get the doctor for me? And leave you alone in here while you are in pain? No way. I'll press the button. There was a button. A red one directly by your foot. Kyoko looked towards the end of her bed and saw the button. For fuck's sake. She pressed the button and tightly held Tanaka's hand. Another contraction? Yeah. This time it's closer than the other ones. Can a doctor get here any quicker? I am in agony. Fucking get these kids out of me. Tanaka didn't know what to do. All he could do was rub her stomach and pepper kisses on her cheeks. You are saving my life right now. But if you want to save my life more, you'll pull up my stomach and let me feel relief before I say hello to my baby boys. Tanaka did as told and let Kyoko feel her relief till the doctor came in. After birth. And there is your second baby. But we'll need the father to have skin to skin with the baby. Tanaka stepped forward and tried to take the baby. Nice try. You're too young to be the father of the babies. Now go and get the father, kiddo. But I am the father of them. I will need the mother to confirm this accusation. Give Ryu his baby boy now. He has waited 4 months to see his sons and he will not be told he isn't the father. Let him hold his son. Yes, ma'am. The doctor held the baby and told Tanaka to take his shirt off. Tanaka did as told and then sat down on a chair beside Kyoko. The doctor handed him the youngest twin and left them to it. Ellie'll be back in an hour or two. I'll leave two alone to bond with the children. The doctor left and Kivoko looked over at Tanaka. You did it. What did I do? Kept a promise. You promised you'd stay by my side no matter what. And you've stayed by my side since we started going out. And now we are parents. I never thought I'd make it this far. Don't put yourself down like that, baby. If you need a break from the children due to mental health, I'll happily take over. Don't keep anything to yourself, baby girl. Okay. I promise. Quickly changing the topic. We need names. Who is this little rascal gonna be? How about Akito? I love it. And the youngest can be Sachi. Perfect name for a perfect baby boy. And the perfect baby boys came from the perfect mother. Kyoko smiled and looked at her son who was cradles in her arms. Don't even. I'm exhausted. Want me to take Akito? Will you be able to handle the two of them together? I know what I'm doing. I'll be fine. You get some rest, baby girl. Love you, Ryu. Love you too. Time skip. The proposal. Come on. We need to go. Don't rush art. I need to look perfect. What if my hair looks like a frisball? No thank you. You'll look fine. Whatever you look like, you'll be fine. Enough for me to marry you. Kyoko stopped in her tracks. Marry you? As in, down on one knee? That's a proposal, yes. You're gonna propose? No. Well, not today anyways. No way, did you beat me to it? Ha. Told you I would beat you to it. You prick. As she shouted, one of the twins began to cry. Fuck. I can't do this today. Don't worry. I've got this. You got and make yourself look even more gorgeous than you are now. I'll sword Sachi. He kissed her cheek and lips. Off you go. You are saving my life right now. Thank you so much. I did say if you get overwhelmed or you can't do it, I'll gladly take over. I'm not mean. I'll do anything to help you, baby. Now off you go. Kyoko smiled and went back to her room to get ready. Now then. Come here, baby boy. What's the matter with you? Oh. Never mind, I know what the issue is. He lifted up Sachi and saw something he never wished to. Sachi has poop all over his back and all over the Moses basket. Fuck me right in the ass. I guess it's bath time for you today, buddy. Tanaka picked up Sachi and took him over to the sink to briefly wash Sachi. It was a little further on in the day and Kyoko, Tanaka and the twins were at a small treehouse cabin. The twins were asleep in a corner wrapped in blue and yellow satin sheets, while Kyoko and Tanaka were sat together watching the sunset. This is something I've never seen in all my 22 years of living. Really? Well, I guess tonight is a very special night for us both, isn't it? Huh? How so? Is your memory really that bad, baby? It's been a long week. Why, what's the matter? We aren't breaking up, right? Oh god, no. I've been with you for 4 years. Why on earth would I leave you now? I've unknowingly built a family with you. Watching the twins grow is something I want to do with you. No one, just you. Ryu, what are you saying? What I'm saying is,
I still remember that perfect smile that you gave me the first time I saw you. I knew it then and I still know now that my darling, I'll always adore you. Promise me that you'll always be the same person you've always been, and love me whether I'm strong or weak. Say you won't let go.
Ryu. She starts to tear up, realizing what is happening. What I'm trying to say is, he go on one knee and pulled out a small purple box. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. So, will you make me the happiest man alive and be my bride? Kyoko was lost for words and began to cry. She nodded her head repeatedly. Yes, yes, yes. Of course I'll marry you. Kyoko smiled and hugged Tanaka tightly. They both shared a loving kiss. After the kiss, Tanaka took Kyoko's hand and placed the ring on her finger. Well, I suppose I'm going to be Mrs. Tanaka. Of course. And I think I'm gonna marry the prettiest girl in the world. The two of them shared a kiss again and watched the sunset, equally making sure the twins were fed, changed and happy. Time skip. The wedding day. No, I'm having second thoughts about this whole thing. Huh? Why? You've been saying since day one you want to marry Kyoko. Yeah, I do. I too be the happiest man alive when I do. But what if she leaves me at the altar? What if she doesn't want me? Nishinoya slapped Tanaka across the face. Dude. Pain. Face. Agony. You need to be a man today. If Kyoko didn't want to marry you, why would she carry your children? Why would she accept your proposal? Why would she be your fiancé for 2 years? Your baby boys are now 2 years old, being little page boys for your special day. I don't think she'll leave you at the altar. Tanaka started to tear up and realized how loved he was. Come on, buddy. It's nearly time for us to see the love of your life. Let's go. Tanaka wiped away his tears and began to smile. Let's do this. As he was about to go to the altar, they heard a faint scream. Boys. Are you okay? Sachi is saying I look bad. I don't look bad, right, Daddy? Sachi, we spoke about this, buddy. What do we say to Aki? He does look bad. Right. No, that's it. No more seeing Auntie Coco on a weekend for 3 weeks. No. I want Auntie Coco. Right. Listen to me. Either you say sorry or you don't see Auntie Coco. Simple. Sachi puffed and looked at Akito. Fine. Sorry, Aki. You don't look bad. Akito, do you forgive him? Yeah. It's all good now. Good boy. Now go and find Mama and you are gonna walk down the aisle with her, okay? Yes, Daddy. Those are my boys. Off you go. You know where she is, don't you? Over there. He points over to the reception and sees his mum holding a bouquet of purple roses. Bye bye, Daddy. Bye, boys. The twins run off towards Kyoko, leaving Noya and Tanaka alone. Never seen you lash out that much at the twins. Sachi is a little shit sometimes. He needs a good shout every now and then. Puts him in his place. Well, alright. Anyways, it's time. You ready? Do you think Seiko will be okay? Hope so. I bet she's cursing out Mum and Dad. Hey, don't blame yourself for those two not wanting you both. Just because it happened when you was 4 weeks old doesn't mean it's your fault. You've got this. It'll be the perfect day. And the boys look adorable. You ready? As ready as I'll ever be. Noya smiles and links his arm. The two walk down the aisle and wait for Kyoko to show her beauty to everyone. The time came for Kyoko to walk down the aisle. She was nervous, but who wouldn't be on their wedding? Before she came down the aisle, the twins were throwing flowers at everyone. They were skipping and smiling while doing so. They both saw Ryunosuke and ran towards him. They hugged his leg and watched as Kyoko was walking down the aisle. She was wearing a big white princess dress. She had her hair in a princess bun and a veil flowing down behind her. Her hands had long white gloves and her flowers matched the vibe perfectly. She walked down the aisle and saw her now husband tearing up. She got to the altar and smiled. "You look gorgeous." "Thank you. I see you chose to wear white and purple like me. Gotta keep on brand now, don't we?" The laugh and the ceremony began. "Do you, Ryunosuke Tanaka, take Kyoko Shimizu to be your lawfully wedded wife?" Tanaka smiled and looked at Kyoko. "I do." "Do you, Kyoko Shimizu, take Ryunosuke Tanaka be your lawfully wedded husband?" She smiled and nodded her head. "I do. Then I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride." Tanaka looked at Kyoko and smiled. "You know the question. Can I kiss you?" Kyoko smiled and nodded her head. "Yes, you may." The now husband and wife kisses each other and their quests and children clapped for them. Time skip. Old and grey. Tanaka sighs as he sees his grandbabies run around him with all their energy. Two were running around, one was coloring and another was on their phone messaging their dad. "Can't believe that our baby boys were this small once." "I know. It's weird to think. But they've started their own family now. They are happier than ever. The happiest I've ever seen any of them." Surprised Sachi managed to get anyone with his attitude. "Oh god, I know." She coughs. "Whoa, that seemed painful. Are you okay?" "Never better." She coughs again but this time blood came out. "Kyoko. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just a small bit of blood. Nothing I've never seen before. This has happened before?" "Kyoko. I'm sorry, baby." She coughs again and falls against Ryu. "Shit. Haru. Call your father now." Haru quickly turned off his game and rang his dad. "You'll be okay." Ryu. "No. Don't waste your energy on me. Focus on yourself. Listen. Baby girl, stop it. Don't waste your energy. Save it. Cherish it while you have it. I'm sorry, baby boy." She lifted her hand towards his face and felt him one last time before she went. Ryu wasn't accepting it. He couldn't. She was in perfect health. This can't be happening to him. His darling wife can't just die on him like that. This can't be happening. Not to her. Anyone but her. He had flashbacks of their wedding night. Of their memories they shared together. Flashback. The two of them are sharing their first dance together.
I'm standing in a crowded room, but it doesn't change that all I see is you. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this a night with you.
Oh really? I definitely think you deserve it for helping me with those kids we call our children. I'm forever thankful that you exist to me. Thank you so much for helping me with our baby boys, being my husband and accepting me into your family. I definitely deserve you, baby girl. Present time.
I'm standing in a crowded room. If heaven's a place, then it was made for two. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this night with you, but I'd love to spend my life with you.
The boys came back in and followed by a knock at the door. "Open the door, kiddos. It's your father's." The boys opened the door and immediately went to Tanaka. "Dad. What's hap? Oh. She's gone. Right. Sorry boys. She definitely lived a happy life. At least she was with the people she loved the most." "Well yeah, exactly. Can't ask for much more now, can we?"
I swear it feels like you're made for me by the way that our lips fit together. And when we lay in each other's arms, hope you know I could stay there forever.
Papa.
Promise me that you'll always be the same person you've always been, and love me whether I'm strong or weak. Say you won't let go, say you won't
Ryunosuke began to tear up. He sat down and laid Kyoko on his lap. Boys, can you take the kids home? I want to say something to my darling wife. Yeah, of course. Come on Aki. The twins got up and got their kids ready to go. They left their dad alone to spend time with his wife. None of them were ready for the outcome. Tanaka sees their younger selves in front of his eyes. He sees all their moments together.
I'm standing in a crowded room, but it doesn't change that all I see is you. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this night with you.
He tears up and holds her body close to his heart. He never wanted her to go first. Always him.
I'm standing in a crowded room. If heaven's a place, then it was made for two. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this night with you, but I love to spend my life with you.
Tanaka went to get his phone and called the ambulance. He didn't want his baby girl to leave so suddenly. Time skip. In the hospital. Anyone here for Kyoko Tanaka? Ryunosuke stood up and went towards the doctor. Is she okay? I'm sorry for your loss, sir. I'll give you some time alone with your wife. I understand how difficult I can be to lose someone. Tanaka felt lost. He didn't know what to say or do. He couldn't believe what he just heard. Okay. Thank you. He followed the doctor to her room and saw his wife on the bed. Lifeless.
Standing in a crowded room, and everyone knows that all I need is you. I knew when I met you, I'd never forget there's a night with you. Night with you.
The doctor stood in the corner just watching the scene unfold. He wasn't gonna lie. He was tearing up seeing it all play out. He didn't think the scene would affect him that much.
I'm standing in a crowded room, but it doesn't change that all I see is you. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this night with you.
Tanaka grabbed Kyoko's hand and kissed it as a sign of goodbye. Time skip. Older and grayer. It had been a few months since Kyoko had passed away, and Ryu had still not gotten over the sudden event. He was slowly losing himself. He allows Akito to move in with him so that they are able to keep a close eye on him. Until the dreaded day. Dad. You'll never believe what Teichi just did. He walked towards his father's room and knocked on the door waiting for an answer. Dad? No answer. Akito was getting worried. Why wasn't he getting an answer? He slowly opened the door to see what the matter was. As he opened it he saw something he never thought would be so soon. A lifeless body laying on Kyoko's side of the bed. He can't be. Not so soon. Dad? He ran over to Ryu's side trying to wake him up. Nothing. Nothing was working. His lifeless body was just laying there. Akito didn't know what to do. He didn't want to be the oldest of the family. He wasn't ready. He can't be ready. He was only 53, he's way too young. Time skip. The funerals. The twins has organized a small funeral for their parents and arranged for their graves to be next to each other so that they were at peace. Being able to say that their parents were married for 51 years was a dream for the twins. They expected it to be longer. But we can't ask for much. Thank you Papa for raising and caring for us both. You helped to put Sachi in his place when needed. And you taught us both the rights from wrong. And I thank you Mama for always being there for us too even when you were grey and old. We'll miss you dearly and visit you daily. We'll give you updates in the kids and their development. Lots of love. Sachi. Akito. The girls. And my boys. The twins walked away crying, making a promise to make sure that their children know the kindness that their parents shared. In heaven with Ryu and Kyoko. The married couple were looking at each other with love in their eyes. They were aged as the time they got married. They were looking down at their children and grandchildren. Forever proud of what they have done together. Kyoko my love. He extended his arm towards Kyoko. Yes. She looked towards Ryu and smiled. She knew what he wanted. May I have this dance? Kyoko smiled and took Ryu's hand. You may. The two were dancing while watching their children. They both knew they did the right thing to start a family together. Who would have known that teenage love can last a lifetime? Babe. Yeah?
I'm standing in a crowded room. If heaven's a place, then it was made for two. I swear that you're perfect. I don't deserve this night with you, but I love to spend my life with you.
Ryu smiled at Kyoko. He lifted up her chin slightly and kissed her. They knew they'd be spending their afterlife with one another. Cherish your lives. Make sure you live your lives to the fullest. Cherish your parents, siblings, grandparents, great-grandparents. You never know their end. Cherish every last moment. Have a good life. Tanaka's crusty banana.